Te rā is this beautiful woven sail, the only known Māori woven sail of that era, about 200 to 300 years ago. She's thought to have been collected by an early voyager, possibly Captain Cook. The reason they think possibly Captain Cook is that the museum was gifted te rā from the British Admiralty. We think that perhaps she was a ceremonial sail because of the attachment of dog skin and kaka feathers. Both of those attachments denote high prestige. And with the mātai rangi being completely surrounded in notched feathers, she's no ordinary sail. Our mentor is Dr. Maureen Lander, and Maureen said you need to seek opportunity to have some time with te rā. The first time that I met te rā, my breath was just taken away because of so many things. The mana that she has, the fineness of her weave, the complexity of the skills that are within her. She's just so exquisite.
We'd been intensively mentored by Maureen. She gave each of us a specific thing to cover, like Ruth's with the feathers, mine with the muka, and Ati's with the raranga. And we had to intensively research those specific aspects.
Kia ora, Maureen. Just wanting to check in with a little bit of a break.
My role was to figure out how the hono was done. The puariari was easy enough to figure out, but no one could figure out the hono without, I suppose, seeing it, touching it, manipulating it. We had lots of ideas about how it might have been done, but it was really hard to say because te rā has a fabric backing on it to protect it, and so you can't actually see a lot of the construction and the information that's needed to figure out the hono.
Our rōpū is called te rā ringaropa, the calloused hands. I think another secret of our success is just we're a really strong team. We love each other, we love hanging out together, we share leadership at different times. People have different skills that come to the fore in different moments. So yeah, we've got a really talented team.
Aha koa ngā piki me ngā heke. You know, our journeys have been good ones, and I think through this journey is learning about ourselves, learning about how we weave as a unit, and we've learned a lot.
Maybe te rā sent out the karanga to us because she knew that we wouldn't give up. We'd be resilient and we'd be determined, and we'd overcome the obstacles or find ways round.
So we came back realising that we had to spend some time upskilling with techniques.
We've learnt several new techniques. We've learnt how to do the puariari, which is the zigzag that goes up the whole tinana or body of the sail. So this is a three-directional one that goes one way and then comes back the other way. With this puariari, we've had to learn to weave from right to left.
So te rā has 13 papa or panels, and so they go for the length of the kōrare.
The hono is the join, where you're joining one papa to the next, adding in both directions and casting off in both directions at the same time, the whole length of the hono.
So this is the taratara, the pointy bits at the top, and they're actually going to end up with feathers behind them. They look quite beautiful with the feathers behind them.
We're very set on having everything perfect and without mistakes, and that's just not the reality of how te rā was, you know, it was serving like it had a function, and so that was kind of guiding how they were constructing it rather than, you know, being hung up on numbers and counting.
So that's when Mandy and I were there, and we heard her karanga. Like she may have sent a karanga out to a lot of people, but we heard her karanga, and when we came back, we decided that we would respond to her karanga and that we would do the very best we could to reproduce her, to recreate another sail like her younger sister, her Taina.
The most understanding has come from making hine marama. Totally, that's where the understanding has come. And We learn through doing it.
Our hine marama was our tauira. Figuring out how our tupuna actually thought in the making of our sail. The size of the whenua, the pakati, all of those elements coming into play. Now we're on to our next no te rā, with different whakaaro, with different intention.
So in December 1922, Te Rangihiro put out a wero about, he said people should go over to the London, to the British Museum to visit Te Rā, photograph her closely, take notes and come back to New Zealand, and said it should be quite easy to, he said, replicate her. Well, it's not easy because otherwise lots of people would have done it. So to our knowledge, we're the first ones to do this, and we want to finish Te Rā, our full-size Te Rā, by December 2022 to be within that 100-year time frame. That's something we can do here now today, bring that knowledge, that ancient knowledge, back to people of Aotearoa.